The announcement echoed through the empty platform like a taunt. Train 19 to the city has been canceled. My ticket fluttered in my hand. The station clock ticked, unbothered. Then my phone buzzed, a photo. My wife and her sisters, wine glasses raised, faces flushed with laughter. The caption, "Guess you'll have to find another ride, hero. Don't be mad, just a little fun." Their smiles burned on the screen. I stared until the pixels blurred. My train, my night, my time, all undone by a swipe of their fingers. Not the first joke. Forgotten birthdays, hidden keys, silent mockeries dressed as harmless games. But tonight, something in the air shifted. The cold steel of the bench beneath me felt steady. My heartbeat slowed. I didn't call back, didn't text. I simply sat there and began to think. It wasn't about a train, it was about control. About how easily they had learned to twist my patience into a punchline. For years, I paid for everything: mortgages, vacations, their parents' medical bills, a quiet financer behind their loud lives. They knew I'd never retaliate, knew I'd smile through the humiliation because family was supposed to mean forgiveness. But while they laughed in some cozy restaurant, I sat in the sharp fluorescence of the station and felt the truth settle in my chest like a stone. They depended on me. Every trip, every dinner, every bill with my name behind it. Dependency is leverage. Leverage is power. And they had just reminded me how much of it I truly held. I didn't rush home. I didn't rage. Instead, I pulled out my phone and opened a banking app I rarely touched in public. Joint accounts, automatic transfers, scheduled payments. I scrolled slowly, memorizing every line like a surgeon studying a body before the incision. My wife's sister's rent, my deposit each month. Their mother's utilities, my automatic payment. The fun fund card they all used for weekend getaways, my name, my credit. A web of quiet dependence spun over years of helping. Tonight, the strands glowed under the station lights, each one waiting to be cut. I imagined their faces if the money stopped. The sudden stillness at their next dinner when the waiter said the card declined. The panic of unpaid bills, the awkward calls to landlords, the frantic texts. I sat with the thought like a warm drink. Not anger, not revenge, just balance. The late train finally arrived. I didn't board. I stayed until the station emptied, until silence was all that remained. By the time I stood, my plan was complete. At home, the house smelled faintly of wine and perfume. They were back before me, shoes scattered in the hallway, laughter echoing upstairs. My wife appeared at the top of the stairs, cheeks flushed, eyes bright. "Hey," she called, grin wide. "Did you?" I held up my phone. The bank app still open. Every transfer marked canceled. Her smile faltered. What are you doing?" I said nothing, just turned the screen so the numbers faced her. Her sisters leaned in, still drunk on their own amusement. One laughed, too loud, too forced. The silence after my next swipe was deafening. Another transfer. Gone. Another account. Closed. Their laughter thinned into whispers. My wife's eyes darted, calculating. I remained still, breathing, watching. I finally spoke. 2 words. No more. No threat, no explanation. Just the truth they'd been blind to. Their dependence hung in the air like smoke. Every luxury, every escape, every bill. My wife's hand trembled on the railing. You can't." I already did. Her sisters shifted, their smiles cracking into panic. I stepped past them, each footfall deliberate, calm. Their whispers followed me down the hall like fading echoes of a joke that had died mid-sentence. No shouting, no drama, just the quiet weight of consequence settling over them like winter. I sat alone in the dark living room while they murmured upstairs. The house finally sounded honest. No laughter, no clinking glasses, just the creak of floors beneath restless feet. I felt no triumph, only clarity. They had mistaken kindness for weakness. Tonight, they learned the difference. The station clock from earlier ticked in my mind, steady and unbothered. Time moves forward. So do I. I slipped my phone into my pocket and leaned back. No more transfers, no more apologies, no more games. The silence was priceless.